What's up, guys? So, I'm not going to review Endgame. I think I'm just going to talk about the future of Endgame. If you guys want to hear people's reactions about, what they thought of Endgame, I'll put a couple of cool links in the description for you. But I feel like everyone's talking about the movie, and that's great. But I do definitely want to do something different and talk about the future a little bit. Well, first, spoilers, by the way. If you're watching this, stop watching now and go watch the movie. I'll wait. Oh, you're back. Oh, hey, good to see you. What's happening? So, Endgame, phenomenal movie. I had so much fun. I saw it twice. I waited till I saw it twice to make this video because I really wanted to, you know, you go for the first time and you kind of go and enjoy everything, and then when you come back, see it again, you pay more attention to everything because you know what's going to happen. So going in the second time made me really focus more on what was happening in the film, and nearly perfect movie to me. I mean, I thought I had a great time, and it's opening so many doors for the future of Marvel. You can't stop this franchise really. Even with some of the big heavy hitters coming down, you have so many other characters to work with. My big thing now is after seeing this 3 hour flick, I thought, what's going to happen next? And I think, let me pitch my next Avengers movie. I'll make it easier on that. I want to see an Avengers movie set maybe 15 years after the events of this one, maybe 20. One of my big things coming out of this was I felt like there's some foreshadowing with Tony Stark's daughter. The minute you see her come out of that little tent, when that really touching scene where Tony's going out and grabbing her to go inside for lunch, and she's wearing like an Iron Man mask and has little pulses on her hands, and Tony says that that was basically Pepper's suit, that we see later in the film. But seeing her wear that mask, just like, wow, yeah, I could see that, going forward, she could be Ironheart. For those of you who read the comics, Ironheart is basically the new Iron Man, Iron Woman. But some people are kind of thinking, that's a little weird because, the character Ironheart is a girl named Riri who's African American. And so people are kind of saying, oh, you're going to really whitewash that character. But I could see it working. Maybe not don't make her Ironheart, but maybe make her Iron Woman, Iron Girl, whatever. I feel like she could definitely take the mantle, that Tony had, because you have Pepper there to teach her the ways. Because obviously Pepper Potts knows how to control an Iron Man suit. It's great, which we saw a little bit in Iron Man 3. But it was really cool to see her, in battle this last go round. That's a cool possibility. I'd love to see, introducing more new characters. For in past podcasts and whatnot, I've been mentioning having the Fantastic Four in the Marvel universe, putting in the X-Men. Now that Disney acquired those properties, it's kind of time to do that. And you can make it work. Maybe not necessarily bring in time travel again, but you could. Fantastic Four, you can do that. They were Marvel's first family. They were kind of set in the 60s, maybe 50s or 60s, don't quote me. But, you can have that, have happened, back in the time of First Avenger, that timeline. Maybe the Fantastic Four were kind of created in secret, and they've been off. It's like Captain Marvel says in the movie. There's dozens of other planets. They just all didn't have you, the Avengers. So maybe the Fantastic Four are out. Gallivanting in other galaxies. Maybe they'll come out. In the Hulk's time machine. Like the Hulk is messing around with buttons, and the Fantastic Four to show up. That'd be cool. You know, you could kind of bring in the X Men. At this point, it's kind of tough between Fantastic Four and the X Men. Fantastic Four would be an easier property to introduce because with X Men, the problem is you're going to have to introduce a whole new race of mutants. You know, they've always been known as mutants, and you know, like society has always kind of, you know, put them down. But in this world, we love superheroes. You know, we know who Iron Man is, we know who the Hulk is, we know who Captain America is. You know, there's Ant Mans and Spider Mans running around. So introducing the mutants wouldn't be that much of a shock to the world in the MCU. So again, maybe working with some alternate realities. It's you know, it's kind of like anyone's game at this point. But yeah, man, I think that would be cool to see that in the future. To see some older characters, guys like Thor. Thor is a guardian of the galaxy or an Asgardian of the galaxy. So I assume we're going to see him again in the next Guardians flick, doing whatever, you know, maybe trying. I think they're trying to get Gamora back or something because you kind of see that scene of Peter Quill looking at a screen and trying to track down Gamora, and he kind of pushes it to the side when everybody walks in. So that could be interesting. And man, is anybody else wondering where Adam Warlock is? Adam Warlock was like teased at the end of Guardians 2, and you know, maybe they push him to the side, which would be a bummer if they did, because I was really excited to see an Adam Warlock movie or have him show up in this movie and just beat the crap out of Thanos. But it didn't happen. You know, we had Captain Marvel and like everybody else. So I mean, that's a possibility too to have him in the future. You know, like there's so many big baddies you can still bring into this. Bring in Galactus, not as a cloud. Bring him real Galactus. Dozens of other guys, man. Like you could do so many cool stories, and you know, it's just like it's like I said, it's so many possibilities. But you know, I want to see the next Avengers movie 20 years in the future. You know, seeing you know Captain Falcon as I call him now. You know, the new Captain America in Falcon. You know, that's really interesting to see him take charge of the Avengers, and you know, when Thor is gone, you know, Captain Marvel's in there. You have a whole different team of Avengers now that can just do so much. And you know, we have all these other movies. I'm so curious about what's going to happen in Far From Home. It's the first Marvel movie, I think, yeah, after this July 5th it comes out. So it's like, what's going on with the Marvel, you know, cinematic universe? Anything, man. It's crazy. Yeah, so yeah, we covered Falcon. Thor's with the Guardians. Hulk is still, you know, with the Avengers back home, and you know, and everybody's back. Doctor Strange, Black Panther. You know, Black Panther, they can do. You know, I think they already announced they're doing a Black Panther 2, probably like 2021 or something like that, 2020, and like that could be fantastic too. So like, you know, so many different things. But I definitely think they have to kind of push forward and just start something new, something fresh, and it works perfectly. I feel like the Marvel movies aren't getting old yet. You know what I mean? Like stuff like Star Wars and you know, even James Bond movies, stuff like that. They kind of like, okay, how many of these are we gonna make? It's kind of getting a little tiring with Marvel, and this keeps like growing and getting better and better and better, and it really excites me, man. You know, Endgame again. It was like reading a big annual comic. You know, like when you're like you're buying your issues. If you're a comic book fan, you know you always have those regular issues, and you have that big annual that comes out, and you have all of your favorite characters in there. And that's what this movie felt like. Just a tearjerker. I cried so many times. Just fantastic film, and I'm going to see it a bazillion times, and I can't wait to have it on Blu-ray and just put it on my shelf and watch it whenever I want. But that's basically it, man. That's my 2 bits. You know, I went to see the movie twice, and I really want to talk about, like, you know, what I think about the future of the MCU. I think so much is possible, and it's gonna be cool if one day, my kids will be seeing these movies and be like, well, back in the day, this is what my Marvel Cinematic Universe was like, and you kind of pass down to generation. So it's kind of cool to see the characters doing the same thing. But the Infinity Gauntlet saga is now complete, and there's only better and greener pastures to watch from now on. So what do you guys think, man? Chirp at me. What do you guys think about the end game, the end of Endgame? What do you guys think of? Now we live in a world where Thanos is gone and Iron Man is gone and Captain America is gone. Do you guys think the same thing? Are you thinking that we're gonna have a crazier, expanded universe along with everything, or whatever, man? Let me know in the comments below. And like I said, if you guys want to hear some cool reviews about the movie itself, I'll put some links in the bottom there, and then you guys look for yourself, man. Take care.